All right, let's check out this Avapow jump starter thing. So this is the carrying case for this thing. Let's get her opened up here. Inside the case is, holy smokes, things are falling everywhere. Hold on. All right, you got a USB A to C charging cable if you ain't got 10 of those already. And you got these wires. A couple different kinds of wires. Well, this is interesting, actually. We'll get to that. But yeah, that's your jumper cables there. These things are pretty big, actually. Usually these jump starters have tiny little jump starter cables. And that's the part that plugs into the jump starter itself. We'll get to that. There's some instructions on the back. We'll get to that too. There's some papers in here. All right, that's fine. And here is the jump starter. This thing is not tiny. It's actually a decent size, and it's got a handle on the top, which is kind of cool. A light on the end. That's pretty neat. And this thing is pretty straightforward, man. You got some places on the side to plug things in. So you got to plug in for a Type-C input. So that's where you plug in where to throw that charging cable. I don't know, it's somewhere around here. There, you plug in your charging cable to recharge this thing. And I did charge it before trying to use it. It did come with a little bit of a charge. So I guess if you're in a really desperate situation, you might be able to use this thing straight out of the box. I don't know how you'd get in a desperate situation where you like ordered it and then it showed up and then you needed a jump. I don't know how that works. But yeah, so it does come with a cable. You know how charging cables work. You plug the thing in and plug this thing into the wall and it recharges this thing. So that's fine. USB output, so that's like a regular kind of USB or a bigger USB output. All right. And another USB output, so there's 1 and 2. So I think that's like a fast charge port and a regular port. I don't know how electricity works. And then this little guy clicks into here. Now look at that. That's like one of those, I feel like that's like a cigar lighter port. Is that what that is? I don't know. We'll have to look into that. That must be what that is. That's kind of cool. Power button on the side, and then a little flappy boy. And you open this up, and that's where you plug in those alligator clips. Can you hear this rain that's going on? The only time your car battery dies or you need to jump is when it's raining and you're alone in the dark. So nice to have a flashlight, and this thing you could fit in your car pretty easy in that charging case. So yeah, this thing just plugs into it, and it's not possible to plug it in wrong. Okay, so how this thing works is there's a blue light on right now. It tells you this thing's in standby. By the way, you press and hold this power button. That'll turn on your flashlight. Turn it off, there we go. So the blue light will tell you that this thing's ready to go, and there's little blue lights telling you how much power this thing has. But the blue light means it's on standby, and then once you hook your jumper cables up, it'll turn to green, and then you just turn your key and that is it. It starts the car. So really straightforward how to use this. If you're ever having a problem, it does have different indicators here, and it'll tell you here what those things mean. So if you're having some kind of problem, like maybe you put the alligator clips on the wrong side of the battery, it'll lock this thing out so it doesn't just burn up. So that's really smart. You know, you hand this to your teenager having their car. Hopefully they charge it every now and then, and they can use it to recharge their phone in an emergency. So really smart thing to keep in the car. We keep one in all of our cars. And then there's this red button. So this red button is if your battery is so dead that you can't just jump start it normal, you'd press and hold this thing for 3 seconds and then try to start your car, and this will like pound that battery with electricity to give it a really big flood of boost to use. So you only use that if the battery's really dead. Usually you just need a little boost, so you just hook these things up and turn the key. But let's go try it. All right, so we're going to be jump starting the most reliable vehicle ever made, certainly the best American-made vehicle ever, the Chrysler PT Cruiser, which the battery goes dead if you don't basically start this thing every other day. So we got positive, We've got negative. Plug this little sucker in. It's nice that there's not a way to do this wrong. They give you little safety things here. Oops. Oh, it's a beep to tell you it's ready. And then a green light. That's nice. All right, let's get in there and see if we can start this thing. All right, a nice strong start. I think we'll just take these off. Put my car back together. Ah, geez, gotta fix that.